Hello and welcome to Yeshiva University's Career Center, How to Find a Summer Research Internship. For students considering enrolling in a science graduate program, this is a great opportunity to gain valuable research experience. It increases your prospect as a graduate school applicant, provides terrific hands-on experience, and it's a short-term way to test your interests. Now let's discuss how to plan your search for a summer research opportunity. First, you have to decide if what you'd prefer to do is do some clinical research, which would be involving recruiting patients or perhaps interviewing patients, or doing laboratory research, which is also known as wet lab, which includes working with chemicals, replicating cells. You may choose to be part of a formalized SERP or SURF program, which is Summer Undergraduate Research Programs or Fellowships. Or you may work in a professor's lab and just work with the principal investigator. What you are able to get may depend on your level of experience. You may also want to consider what areas you may be interested in, and that might help you so that you can narrow down your search. Finally, really think about what other experiences you are planning for this summer. Will you be studying for the MCAT? Do you need to work for money, limiting your ability to volunteer? Do you have plans to travel? Seriously consider the time commitment that's needed. Now let's discuss a few strategies for finding some of these summer research opportunities. Strategy number one is networking. The overwhelming majority of individuals who found opportunities found them through networking. Where do you find opportunities such as this? Reach out to your family, reach out to people in your synagogue, reach out to Yeshiva University, faculty, former teachers. Think about some colleagues and former employers or coworkers you may have worked with. You could reach out to friends, neighbors, and your roommates, and also consider reaching out to Yeshiva University alumni. Strategy number two is to look for posted research opportunities. Your first stop should be the Yeshiva University resources. Check out the pre-health office to see if jobs are posted there, and also look at the website for other suggestions. Look at the YU research portal where summer research programs are often listed. It's available at ycresearch.wordpress.com. Professors often post their research opportunities there. Make sure to be checking your YU emails on a regular basis. The Career Center sends out a weekly email with updated jobs. And finally, on that, YU's career link, which is available through the Yeshiva University Career Center, constantly is updating job opportunities and research opportunities. Make sure to visit Albert Einstein College of Medicine's site to look at its SURF program and its Roth Scholars program. And Bar Ilan University offers a joint program with Yeshiva University. You can also look at large institutions. Most universities have research labs that are active over the summer. Principal investigators might have postings. However, these opportunities are not usually widely publicized, so you need to research each individual opportunity by visiting the university or medical school website. There are still more opportunities and places to find research opportunities. There are a number of nonprofit organizations, corporations, government agencies, and universities that offer formalized summer research programs. These programs are usually highly competitive programs in a wide array of subject areas and typically include research with a faculty member or a scientist. Finding these opportunities can involve visiting different associations and organizations, such as the American Association for Cancer Institute, the American Cancer Society, the American Chemistry Society, the American Medical Association. Or you can also look at government programs. The National Science Foundation, the National Institutes of Health, the Department of Energy, or NASA all have programs. I specifically wanted to point out these three sites. These are comprehensive sites that list many research opportunities. For example, the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, lists many diverse fellowships, internships, training, and volunteer opportunities. The Rochester Institute of Technology offers information about co-ops, internships, and summer research opportunities for 2018 in biomedical research, specifically directed toward pre-med students. And finally, a very comprehensive list is available through the Association of American Medical Colleges, a comprehensive database of programs available throughout the United States. Last but not least, I wanted to point out that there are some company-sponsored programs, such as Columbia University's Amgen Scholars Summer Biology Research Program and Novartis's Scientific Summer Scholars Program. Check out other pharmaceutical companies, such as AstraZeneca, Baxter, etc., to look for opportunities that they may have as well. Finally, if all that information just seems a little bit overwhelming, simply Google SURF or SERP, looking for summer undergraduate research fellowships or projects. There are a lot of things out there. A third and final strategy for finding a summer research opportunity, after you may have tried networking or looking for posted positions, is to do a blitz email. Your goal would be to find the names of some labs and the name of the principal investigator, and to send an email to see if there's an opportunity available at that lab. Where can you look? If you go to clinicaltrials.gov, there's a list of all clinical trials that are going on throughout the United States, and you can look at current trials. You can look at medical school websites, hospital websites, large company websites, or other universities. The idea would be for you to draft an email prospecting for certain opportunities for this summer. Now let's discuss how to reach out to a potential research supervisor. Here's an example of an email you may consider sending. Hey, I'm applying to do research for the summer and was wondering if you would have something for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, Josh. What do you think about this email? Do you think this is an appropriate email to send? This is not the way to go. This is just too casual and inappropriate. There are mistakes in terms of capitalization, there's abbreviations that aren't words, and that's just not what you should be sending to a potential research supervisor. Whether you're sending an email, a formal letter, or even in a voice message, you need to be professional. Letters or communications should start off with a proper greeting. Dear Dr. Jones. The first paragraph should introduce yourself and discuss your interests. Why are you writing to them? The second paragraph should explain your qualifications and how the lab would benefit from all your skills. The concluding paragraph should talk about the follow-up and what you plan to do in terms of reaching out to them. Finally, you should close with a formal closing, either sincerely or thank you, and your full name. Speaking of professional communication, let's discuss some basic steps for all professional communications, emails and letters. It's really imperative that you think before you write. Plan out what you want to say. Proofread, proofread, proofread. I can't say that enough. Rely on spell check, but do so with caution. Know that sometimes things are spelled correctly, but it's not the correct word. Remember that email can always be forwarded, and an error will continue to be forwarded. Err on the side of formality. Do not write as if you are talking to the person. And never use I am or text abbreviations in your communications. Now let's discuss something really important. Your resume or your curriculum vitae. What's the difference between the two? Well, both are your on-paper personas. It's a summary of all your education and your experience and your skills, your credentials, and your accomplishment. And both are evolving documents that are constantly going to be changing as you add new information and you get more experience. A resume tends to be more concise, more of a snapshot. It's usually one page, and it's usually used for finding jobs in businesses. Curriculum vitae, or CVs, are more detailed and comprehensive. They offer more of a description of your academic credentials and achievements. It's used to apply for teaching or research positions. Often the length is unimportant, but it's really important what you include in it, so content is key. Let's explore the differences between resumes and CVs. A resume is required to have contact information, which is usually found at the very top of the resume. It includes your education in reverse chronological order, meaning the most recent first. And it also lists your work experiences, again in reverse chronological order, with the most recent first. Resumes often have a list of skills, which may include computer skills, languages, and often lists honors and awards. Other optional things that you can include on your resume are an objective or a summary, a list of some of the relevant coursework, a list of your interests, your volunteer experience or community service, any extracurricular activities that you may have been part of. A CV is very similar to the resume in terms of the required information. The contact information, the education, and the experience are all required. However, more detailed information about your academic accomplishments are usually included. Recommended in a CV are research experience, thesis or research titles, laboratory skills, any other skills, awards and honors, fellowships and grants are often listed, any teaching experience or teaching interests. Publications, posters, and presentations are often included in a CV. And professional affiliations and associations in professional societies are often listed in a CV. Optional, similar to what's optional in a resume, are relevant coursework, personal interests, volunteer experience or community service, and extracurricular activities. Let's take a moment to discuss how important your resume or your CV is. Your resume or your CV is your first and maybe your only impression that you'll get to make. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. It is your personal marketing brochure, so really think about the information you're putting on it. Like any advertising or marketing document, it should be targeted and personalized. It's an evolving document, as we mentioned before, and must be continuously tailored and updated as you gain more experiences and tailored to the job to which you are applying. Here are some helpful CV and resume tips. First, formatting, presentation, and order matter very much. Be very consistent in your formatting. Consider the information that you're putting and in which order you're putting it in. The most relevant information should go first. Highlight your accomplishments by using concrete examples and quantifying it. Let us know how many experiments you ran, how often you did something. Utilize action verbs and avoid jargon. Don't assume that anyone will know the abbreviations that you're using on your resume or your CV. Don't go too far back. This is not an autobiography. Consider only including information that is relevant to the job or the research opportunity to which you are applying. If you're a little lost and want to look at some examples, often professors post their CVs online, so go and visit your university website. Use bullet points under experiences. Make sure to limit the use of articles, pronouns, long explanations, and/or sentences. And be descriptive. Here are some examples of some descriptive bullets that you could be using under your experiences. So perhaps you were involved in a research project, and maybe you listed the lab, and you wrote as a bullet, responsible for independent research project. There's a number of things wrong with this. One is that the bullet does not start with an action verb. Consider using something like this. Led 5-person team of undergraduate researchers in developing a comprehensive summer research plan. Gained proficiency in multiple techniques and equipment use, including. So you have some more details about what you did, and it gives a much clearer picture of your responsibilities. So when exactly should you start looking for a summer research opportunity? The answer is right now. Formalized programs have deadlines ranging from December into early February. So start doing your research now and getting those applications in. If you have any questions, please be sure to reach out to us here at the Career Center. We're available for walk-ins on the Wilf campus Monday through Thursday, 12 to 2 p.m. Those are for quick 10-minute appointments. Or on the Barron campus for walk-ins Monday through Thursday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Or you can visit the Career Center website at www.yu.edu/career-center and click on the YU Career Link button to log into your account and make an appointment with one of the counselors. Thanks. We look forward to seeing you soon.